my name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, and this is my Make It Monday for this week. Today we're going to be playing with a stamp set and dies called Quiet Meadow. I think I've played with it once before, who knows, could have been more than once, and a few other things that are in the mini catalogue. So this is the card we're going to be making today, and it's not that difficult. The only stamping involved is the sentiment. So I shall put my phone up into the holder and we can get started. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be using the Quiet Meadow bundle and stamp set and dies. So that's a bundle, and the bundle is $92.50. So if you like this bundle, it actually qualifies you for a free celebration item. So celebration finishes on the 30th of September. So there's only a week and a bit to go. And you can get quite a few of these things for a $90 purchase. So if you're interested in this bundle, it does qualify you for a celebration item. So we're going to be using those. We're also going to be using the layering circle dies. They're $58. They're just a very handy pack of dies to have. And we're also going to be using some of the brushed metallic foil sheets. They come in bronze, copper and gold. And it's a returning favourite from last year's holiday catalogue or earlier in the year. And we're going to also be using this cork specialty paper. This is so nice, the cork paper. I really like it. I've got it on my list to get some more because it's just so nice. You get 2 sheets of 12 by 12 for $13. So that's what we're using today. So I'll move my catalogues to one side or put them on the floor even. That might be a good idea. So here's our card. So if you're wanting to order the Quiet Meadow bundle, please use the September host code, and that will qualify you for a free online card class. Now the free card class this time, from Friday, I'm using the Peaceful Deer bundle from the holiday catalogue, and the matching DSP paper that's free in celebration. So that's what the online card class is this time until the end of September. So go ahead, and if you want to order, if it's over $30, you'll qualify for that class. And I also have another class running at the moment using celebration products, a lot of them. This is called Kit and Collect. So it's $20 if you do a porch pickup from my house. No, that's not one of them. There we go. Or $23 if I mail it out to you. So it's using a few things from Celebration. The Penguin Playmates DSP, that's free for a $90 purchase. The Bedazzling paper, that's also free for a $90 purchase. I think they're the 2 Celebration. So all these little animals have come from the Penguin Playmates paper. That's part of the paper. This paper, the silver and the trees, that's Peaceful Place specialty designer paper in the mini catalogue. So you can get that after the end of September. That's not a problem. It's these little guys. You won't be able to access them. So that's my Kit and Collect for the month of September. So as I said, $20 if you do a porch pickup, or $23 if I mail it out to you. So if you want that, let me know. Okay, so this is our card for today. So this was a tutorial with Crafty Person, people that I subscribe to for their emails and tutorials that I can send out to my customers. This was a tutorial from them, and they used the Nature's Harvest in the mini catalogue, but I don't have that stamp set. I've got the Quiet Meadow, so I just adapted it to use. So I'm going to show you how I put that card together. So I'll just put it there and make sure it's still in view, pretty much. So I've gone ahead and I've cut most of my things out. So this was gold foil, and I think I've just got one of the other metallic foils because it doesn't quite look exactly the same. So that's okay. They're all beautiful. I will just pop out these pieces from the Meadow dies. I thought I'd pop them all out. So sometimes you don't need to do a lot of stamping. If you've got the dies to match a stamp set or a bundle, it works quite well just with dies a lot of the time. Okay, so I've got a piece of A5 thick basic white, and I've just cut that in half. So it measures 10.5 by I just got to measure it because I've cut it in half down long ways. So 10.5 by 29.7 centimeters, and I've scored it at 14.9 to score it like that. I've gone ahead and I've cut out my gold foil, and this is in inches because the crafty people are American, so they work in inches. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4, and you mark it at 2 inches across and 1 inch up to get your point that you're going to have on your card. And this is the cork, and it is 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4, and you mark it at 1 3/4 and 3/4 of an inch up. So I'll just get my trimmer and we'll cut those points now. So I've done it in pencil so I know where I want to cut. Just chop that off and turn it around, line it up in your track like that, and chop it off. So that's given me my point. And with the cork as well, just do the same thing. I've marked it in pencil at those markings. Chop it off. Oops. And I'll just have a sip of water, I might be a moment. I always get a tickle when I do a video. So there we go. Chop that off, and that's going to lay on top of that like that. So I'll chuck my little bits out. Some people would keep them, but I'm trying not to hoard everything. So what I'm going to do is bring in my little mini embossing machine, and I'm going to cut a circle out. And I might also stamp my, actually before I do that, I'll stamp my greeting on some bumblebee cardstock, which I foolishly put away. I don't think I've got a piece big enough of that die. Oh, I might. Let's just try. If not, maybe I'll get a piece of bumblebee out just in case. And we don't have to worry about working with a little mini piece. Because sometimes when you're trying to do it with a smaller piece, it never works for you. Okay, so I'll put that to one side. What I'll do is I'll get your too kind out of. Or will I do thinking of you this time? Maybe I'll do thinking of you this time. And I'll get my early espresso ink. And I'm going to get my practice paper and just make sure that that's stamping straight. Yep, that's beautiful. Okay, so I'll just stamp that. Oh, I've got shadow. Let's just go. I can't stop rocking them at the moment. It's just a bit of a worry. Oh, there we go. Just got to stamp straight up and straight down. So straight up, straight down. There we go. That's better. So now I can just die cut both things at once and put the die cutting machine away. Get rid of my ink. That's all we're using out of the stamp set. Okay, so I'll bring in my plates and my little die cutting machine. And I might as well cut out my greeting first. I really like this label in the Meadow dies. It's really nice. I like it. So just line that up. I've got a little bit of tape here that I can, if I'm wanting to, just make sure it stays in one place. Put my other plate in. Oh, it's not gripping. That's because the first one's not on the platform properly. There we go. Sometimes I've noticed with the mini machine, you just got to help it along a little bit with its gripping of the top plate. So that's my greeting cut out. So that put that back in there. And now on this card I used the second largest circle, but I might use the second largest scalloped circle today. So I'll get my little bit of tape again. So just what I'm going to do is going to just line it up like this. Is that still in view? Oh yes. My paper's gone crooked, but that's okay. So I'm just going to line it up. That looks pretty good. And the beauty of this is when you cut this out, you can use the circle that you cut out on another project. So put that away. So I've cut that out. I can use that. This is a circle. This is the one from this one. So I can use those on other projects. So there's no waste. And I shall put that back over here. Okay, so now we've got our gold, our metallic, brushed metallic. Yep, still in view. I seem to be worrying about that a bit today. Okay, so I'll put that and this to one side, and we're going to get the cardstock, the card base, and I'm going to do some splattering with my markers. So this is early espresso and this is crushed curry because I don't have a bumblebee marker. So all you're going to do is take your lid off and put your tip of your marker in here and flick. And you'll get little splatters all over your cardstock. I'm going very gently because I don't want to ruin the nib of my marker, but it doesn't seem to. And you just maneuver it around your cardstock and flick. So can you see how I've gotten some splatter on my cardstock? I'll put that, and see it hasn't hurt the nib. Can you see that? So I'm going to do the same thing with my crushed curry. There we go. can see the splatter on the card base. So I'll move that over there. I'll bring this back. Okay, so I'm going to use dimensionals on this, on the back of the cork. So just to sort of make it stand up a little bit. Now, I just want some, where's my little scissors? I want some little side bits. So I'm just going to do that. Because the backing came off that, didn't it? And there. And maybe also along the top. Did I do it along the top? I did. So I'll just do that. So you can use your edging pieces for these sorts of things if you just want, you know, little bits like that. So I'll take the backings off. The cork paper is not as thick as I would have thought it was going to be, which is actually good because it's more flexible and usable. So I'm just going to carefully place it there and make sure it goes down. Now I think I've got that a little bit crooked, so just bear with me while I straighten it up. And the dimensionals peel off the metallic paper quite well, so it's sort of easy to maneuver a little bit. It's the hardest thing sometimes, is getting something on straight. Don't you agree? Yeah, so that's not straight. Bear with me. I will get it. I think this was the hardest thing about this card, was trying to get my cork on straight. Everything else seemed to go together quite easily for me, which is a shock. Now just, that one's stuck a bit. There we go. Now, let's try again. I think because it's lightweight as well, that sort of makes it a little bit harder. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yep. So now bring your card base in, and we're going to adhere it to the front. So I like to use the green glue. There we go. Oh, and I don't want any on my foil, on the glue. So I'm just going to turn it around so I can put it on here. With the glue, you get that little bit of a second chance of wiggling it into the right place that you want it, which is always good to have that little second window of opportunity. So that's that on there. And I shall bring my little bits in. And I'm also going to bring in my silicone mat. Now you can see from my plastic bag, it's ancient. It was $10 when I bought it. I don't know if it's still $10, but if it's a little bit dearer, these are well worth it, and I'm going to have to buy another one. And my puppy dog actually got to it one day and ran down the stairs with it, but only chewed the plastic, didn't chew the mat. Thank goodness for that. She hasn't done naughty things like that for a while. I'm probably covering for her a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put some green glue on the tips, the tops of the sprays and down here, because we will be putting it over the circle, like, do you know what I mean? Like we're going to attach it in midair, so to speak. And I've just got my tissue to, whoops, to wipe up any glue. Might just have to hold it in place for a minute. And we will have to snip ends off, but I'll do that last. So and just put it down here. So you don't have to put glue all over it, just at the top and just sort of near the bottom of the branches. Because your cork's on dimensionals. There we go. So this is Early Espresso, this is Bumblebee, this is Balmy Blue. We'll figure out our little stems down here at the bottom. And I might put this one sort of going across like so. My tissue. There we go. And this time for this card I've done the different daisy, I think it's a daisy, just to make them a little bit different. And I'm put dimensionals underneath that one, so I'm going to get my mini dimensional and put that there. Although you can see that, I didn't think about that. Let's see, maybe if I cut one of these dimensionals in half, or just not even half, that might work. No, that's still too big. Maybe I need to cut a mini dimensional. Ah, look, I can use a little bit of this edge. So the edges come in handy. Now, can you still see that? Not too bad. I think that's okay. There we go. And I might just pop a little bit of glue down here. So take the backing off that. And I think I might have put the glue down too low because I'm going to have to cut this. So there we go. Move it down if it's, where's my lid? There it is. Now I'll just get, not sure if I like that one or that one better. There we go. Okay, so with your scissors, just sort of snip them off in line with the cork. I found that worked best. Okay. And now we're going to, we don't need our little silicone sheet anymore, Matt. We're going to use a piece of this ribbon. And where's my greeting? Here it is, thinking of you. So I want the ribbon to be a little bit longer than the greeting. So I shall snip it here just to start with. And just do that. And this ribbon does fray a little bit, so I get a lighter and just burnish the ends to stop it from fraying. Don't leave it on too long because you might singe the ribbon completely. You don't want to do that. So that's nice. So I'm going to get a bit of my seal, put it on the back of the ribbon, and attach it to the attach it to the card base, to the card. There we go. Pretty sure that's straight. Yep. And then get some dimensionals for the back of my greeting. And attach it just over the top of the ribbon, but have some ribbon poking out either end. So that's that. Got myself into a bit of a mess here. And then I'm going to get some more of this ribbon and some of the lace trim ribbon, and I'm going to just sort of measure across here, but do a little bit more so it allows for tying a knot. So I'm going to make sure they're sort of equal, and then which is a bit tricky, I think layering the cork onto the gold foil and tying this was my hardest part about the card. Which seems silly because they seem such simple tasks. Okay, so then I just want to sort of move the knot along a little bit and make sure the lace is facing the front as well on both sides. There we go. So if they're a bit long, I can cut them off. And I've got to get some more glue dots. I'll have to go down to my class stash because I don't have any in my stock tub. So I've put one on the center of the knot. I'm going to put one on the gold backing halfway down and one here. Now, I just want to place that along the top of the cork and the gold. Push it down. Push it down. Get my scissors, I can give that a bit of a trim. I think my lace on this side's a little bit shorter than the gold. So if you wanted to get your lighter, this terrifies some of my ladies in class because they think I'm going to burn my card up. There we go. Just stops the ribbon from fraying. And then I got my Winker Stella. I love Winker Stella. I put it on nearly everything. So I just put it on the flowers. Just painted it on. Just gives it a little bit of sparkle. Because you've got sparkle in your gold ribbon. Gold shimmer ribbon. That's in the mini catalogue. And I'll just put it on some flowers under here. It just gives it a little bit of glimmer. I didn't worry about the early espresso because I felt that sort of didn't need it. Up in there. That should be enough. You can always go back and add more if you think you don't have enough. Okay. So there you go. That's my card for today. Using the Quiet Meadow bundle and the layering circle dies. I haven't put anything inside as yet. I might do that later. There's this lovely flower. There's this spray that might be a bit too tall. Who knows? But I'll do that later. So that's my Make It Monday for this week. Thanks for watching, and remember, I've got that online class going, and I've got the kit and collect class going, and also the joining offer during celebration is amazing. You get, let me find my little celebration booklet. Host, join. So for $169, you get $235 worth of product that you can choose. Plus you get one of these bundles out of the mini catalogue. And the most expensive bundle here is $100 or $101. So you're actually getting $335 worth of product for $169. So it's such a good joining deal. And once you're joined, you get 20% off all your future purchases. So the discount is worth joining. So if you're interested or thinking about joining, or that offer just sounds too good to be true, just send me a message and we can have a talk about it. But it's really a very good offer, and I'd love to have you on my team. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you on Friday for Card and a Cuppa Facebook Live. Bye-bye.